Excited. Kind of excited.
That's the way I've been saying it. Get your gobble on. Anyways, good to have you in here. Missed our chat last week. I know you had some talkings with John Kazar. Mike is with us, as you know, from Barrett Insurance Agency. We talk good policies. What's on our cue card here for the morning?
On our cue card this morning. So, again, we're kind of breezing into this conversation. We're kind of going over some of the finer points, Insurance 101, if you will. And so we're going to go to something that's really not well known, but heavily used, and it's called an insurance score.
Okay, now, in today's world, it's all about credit scores and all. Is this the same kind of thing?
Similar. Okay. I used to just think insurance scores was what I got on my test when I passed my license for my insurance. But insurance scores have really seeped into the marketplace over the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. As one would expect, the larger carriers really were the founders of this model, and everybody's adopted it in some way, shape, or form. So what is an insurance score, or some people even call it an insurance credit score?
Okay.
It's very finite. Well, you have a question. Go.
I do. Is this the kind of thing, and I'm just, dealing with the miles on my odometer here, for lack of a better phrase. If somebody, say, has a moving violation, such as a speeding ticket, running a stop sign, is this what that kind of...
That has nothing to do with it, actually.
Okay, yeah. That's why I'm here.
Absolutely. That's perfect. I get that a lot, because when I introduce the fact that insurance scoring is part of the rating process, people will almost immediately go to, well, I haven't had any accidents or traffic violations. That is not what we're talking about. So Those are totally different. An insurance score is literally looking at you as a consumer, looking at your maybe your revolving credit accounts, looking at your payment histories. There is statistical data for everybody out there on their credit worthiness. Now, where does this differ from a credit score or a credit report? An insurance score is, I like to say, it's mostly close. It's much more close to what you'd have when you do maybe a new utility. You sign up for a new utility, they may try to get it. Certainly AT&T and Verizon, when you're doing a cell phone, they're going to look for a credit worthiness report as well. These are consumer reports that are soft hits and not hard hits, so they do not in any way, shape, or form hit your credit. You actually, if you pull your credit report, you will actually see the very last section is the consumer reports. That's where it would be. And only you, as your own consumer, can see that.
Okay, so I'm going to try and understand this now. If Sally out there has been with X insurance company for 5 years, and she has, for the majority of that 5 years, she has paid on time, a day early. Maybe she had some bad luck, paid late a couple of times. Is this what we're talking about?
Not paying for your insurance that's not part of it. I mean, your insurance payments certainly are part of it, but they do not report your payment histories to any credit reporting agencies. So we're talking the big picture here. We're talking those who do report your credit. So, and it's incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to properly identify which company is a good place for you for an insurance score, because every insurance company has adapted their own proprietary models of what they're looking for. So let's break it down. So if a credit score or a credit report is the size of New England,
okay,
all right, let's just use Fenway Park as the size of an insurance score. It's much more fine-tuned, much more finite. It's looking at very specific things, although that does vary company to company. Now, how does this impact you? If you've been with an insurance company for longer than they've adapted the insurance scoring model, you do not have insurance scoring as part of your rating process. If you are shopping now, 10 times out of 10, you're going to be asked for your social security number. Of course, your mailing address. If you haven't lived at that address for 3 years or more, they're going to ask for your prior address, because that is very much a part of the process. Now, what does this do? What does the insurance score do? The actuaries, i.e. the geeks in the back room, have figured out, because it's all about trying to identify risk and risk eligibility and finding a market for that risk. So if you have an insurance score that doesn't fit their high-end insurance score process that they have at this company, you're not going to get the greatest rate. In fact, some companies will actually give you adverse rates because maybe you don't have a good eligibility risk profile for them. It's really about trying to perfectly identify a risk. Beyond that, of motor vehicle reports, or what we call comprehensive loss underwriting exchange reports, which is basically a loss report.
So when a consumer comes to see you at Barrett Insurance Agency, and they're looking to, they're not satisfied with company B, okay?
Sure.
So you've got company A, C, and D, right? So you're going to give them, this is what company A, company C, company D.
We're going to give multiple examples of the quotes, and
We'll cover you for.
Exactly. So, and insurance scoring is used in personal lines insurance. It's not used for commercial or farm insurance. It's used personal lines insurance. So we're talking home, auto, special lines, which would be ATV, motorcycles, things of that nature. That is where you're going to find it. Now let's back up. So insurance score doesn't impact your credit. You have to elect to do it to obtain a quote. And in Vermont, you only, as an agent or an insurance professional, if you want to call us that, have to tell somebody, hey, insurance scoring is part of the process. Are you okay with that? Yes or no? If you're not, well, have a good day. I can't quote you. So just be prepared for that. Some people are very concerned about giving Social Security numbers out. I can't blame them, but remember, big data is out there anyway. So whether you give it to me or not, it's out there somewhere. So I mean, it's not like you're really protecting it all that well. I'll give you a quick example. Those who say, I never shop online. But you know what? You went to Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, and White's Market with your credit card. Guess what? You just shopped online.
Exactly, yeah. So it makes sense.
Yeah, so it's one thing to think about. And I think a really important thing to take away from this today is when you're talking to your friend John, and John goes, you're paying that for your insurance? That's crazy. I pay this. Remember, there is 1,000,001 algorithms out there, and none of you are going to be the same. So there's always going to be a difference in rates between John and Jim and Henry and Frank.
Understand.
And Melinda. We got to throw somebody else in there.
Yeah, well, why not? I mean, we use everybody else's name,
Yeah.
right? So anyways, we do this here on Tuesday mornings, 8:35, but they can get in touch with you and the missus
Yep,
at Barrett
absolutely.
Insurance Agency.
Yes, give us a call, 748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com. We post these lovely things on our YouTube page. Plus, we are on Google and Facebook as Barrett Insurance Agency.
All right, Mike, thanks for the chat this morning.
Yes.
Next week, I'll make the coffee earlier. Okay?
Please.
All right.
I'm lagging.
Magic in the Morning rolls on. We're at 8:43. Music on the way from MJ.